June 10th. Professor Eames sends out for Chichen Itza with 7 men. June 22nd. 1 man disappears while studying El Castillo Pyramid. July 9th. 3 men disappear while researching the Well of Sacrifice. July 14th. Professor Eames and 2 others vanish mysteriously while excavating the ball court. They courted no balls. Only the guide returns. July 17th. The professor's notes and a few artifacts are found in the Well of Sacrifice. Professor Eames was an expert on Mayan writing. He read in an old book that the mythical Sun Key was hidden at Chichen Itza. He set out to discover it. Professor Eames' daughter was a close friend. Since it was summer vacation, we decided to go to Mexico to solve the mystery of his disappearance. My name is Amanda Splatts, and this is the Amanda Splatts Project. And tonight's project is Tombs and Treasure for the NES. This is a game I have a very, very weird relationship with. When I was growing up, I loved it so much, even though I was not good at it at all. And then growing up, I found out that the reason I never completed it when I was growing up was because I soft-locked myself. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with that term, soft lock in an exploration game, point-and-click game like this, it means that you've made it impossible to win. There are a couple places where you can soft lock yourself, and I will get to those. But this game was originally known as Azteca 2 on other consoles. But when they ported it to the NES, they called it Tombs and Treasure, and they added RPG elements to it. Unfortunately, the RPG elements are easily the weakest part of the fucking game. They're really depressing. So we control a party of 3, and it's almost all cosmetic, except for like 1 or 2 puzzles you have to solve. So the boy is gonna be... I don't know. The boy is gonna be... Splatts. And the girl is gonna be... Amanda. You gotta keep some motherfuckers guessing. Now, for those of you who are familiar with point-and-click adventures, yeah, this is exactly what you think it is. But as much as I hate to say it, there's some RPG elements that are bolted on, and I'll get to those when we get to those. Good luck. Thank you, Hero of Logic. I will be playing with the walkthrough, just because it is easy to soft lock. This isn't about me being a pro gamer tonight. This is more about showing you this world that I grew up with. This beautiful, but horribly fucking flawed game. So, Splatts is the male lead, Amanda's the female lead, and then we'll meet Jose in a minute. The full walkthrough of this game is only an hour, and considering that it's a point-and-click game, I really don't think it's going to take too horribly long. I'd be surprised if we go past 2 hours tonight. This is also my attempt to do a little voice acting like I'm doing with my West of Loathing playthroughs. I wanted to do a special stream with 2 of my senpais voicing the woman and Jose, but going back over the game, checking the playthrough and everything, there's not a whole ton of dialogue, so they just be sitting around doing nothing for a while. We can just go ahead and go through this. This is Amanda's father's laboratory. The secretary is here. Now, here's a huge problem with doing point-and-click adventures on the Nintendo. There's no pointing, there's no clicking. You gotta use a fucking controller, and it can get old really fast. So, here are the options. We can go places, look, take things, put things down, use, move, push, pull, smash, join, wash, wait, fight, change characters. Oh, but sometimes there are events where no matter what you press, it triggers it. So, this is the secretary. Thank you, Beth, for coming on the professor's secretary. And I can't tell you how sorry I am about what happened. The professor's notes were found in the well of sacrifice in the north ruins. The well had been emptied of water somehow, but it was rapidly filling up again. There's a lot of treasure with the notes, where they could only recover the notes and the items here. His guide Jose can tell you more. He's on his way here now. Amanda's father's lab. Is this a game about you? You can. Hi, Squid. Thanks for dropping by. You can name the male and the female protagonist in this game. So I named the boy Splatts, and I named the girl Amanda, because you gotta keep some motherfuckers guessing. But yeah, there's Amanda, and there's Splatts. Now, unlike Azteca 2, the original, this game does a lot of hand-holding. And it goes right down to the RPG elements. I'll explore them once you have a chance to see them. But this game, like, won't let you go until you do certain things. And even with all the hand-holding it does, you can still soft-lock yourself, make it impossible to win. So, you've got a Zippo lighter. We're gonna need that. We've got a silver key, an 8-inch silver key. We're gonna use the full 8 inches tonight. We got a fucking sword, baby! We start out with a 16-inch sword with a place in the hilt for a jewel to be... That's awfully specific, isn't it? That's awfully fucking specific. For a jewel to be fitted in. So we take the fucking sword. And now let's look at the professor's notebook. The notebook is torn and only parts can be read. I must have the sun necklace to continue. I found it in the warrior's temple. It was too dirty to show the sun's position. Who would have guessed that there was a trick like that in the El Castillo Pyramid? There's a mountain of treasure. There are demons in the ruins. 3 men have already been killed. The demons must get the sword of... Lost another man who seemed to have accidentally released demons that were sealed in here by the ancient Mayans. My only chance is to defeat the demon Tentacula. Tentacula! Put a pin in that name. But first I must find the sun key. So, another problem I had growing up playing Tombs and Treasure, I didn't own this game. I rented it. Back in the day, before you had, like, internet and shit, you had to go to a physical store. They would have rows and rows of movies and video games, and you would just rent one of them for, like, a couple days. Now, problem with renting a video game for a couple days, they didn't always have the instructions. It wasn't always bad. Like, you could figure out some shit on your own. But for Tombs and Treasure, there was a whole diary by the professor that illustrated a lot of the puzzles you're gonna... Like, you needed the... Unless you're really fucking smart, which I'll admit I'm not, you need the instruction guide to help you out. And I didn't have that growing up. That's one of the reasons I never finished what, in all honesty, should be a 1 to 2 hour game. So, we've got everything else here. We got the sword, we got the 8-inch key. Nice. Now, so we can go ahead and... Now, this is another thing I don't like about point-and-click adventures on the Nintendo, and there are actually a couple of them I want to play, like Uninvited, Nightshade, Deja Vu, but the interface, man, it's very hard to do a good interface with a controller. Like, move, you're not moving. You're moving something. Push, pull, smash, join. You gotta keep cycling through. That's another reason we're using a walkthrough tonight, because it'll just take forever without it. So we're gonna go ahead and go back. And this motherfucker is Jose. There's no talk option, because you're not gonna be talking a whole lot. We're just gonna go forward and meet Jose. I'm gonna try to do a Mexican accent without sounding like racist or anything. Hello, my name's Jose. I worked with the professor. I don't know what happened to him. I'm very sorry. If only we had been able to find the sun key. The sun necklace? Yes, we found it in the warrior's temple. The demons appear to have put everything back as it was. That's fucking convenient. That's fucking and that's not Splatts screaming that. That's just me making an observation. Because you know there's a diary about how all the puzzles and shit. And now the demons just reset everything. So now we got to do the puzzles all over again. What? Are you going to the ruins now? In that case, you'll want to go to the high priest's tomb to find the mosaic tile that will open the door to the treasure room. Yes, before you do that, you should go to the nunnery and find the exmal jewel. Whenever you want to stop the exploration, you must look at the jewel first and read the password so you can continue later. I feel like maybe it was a little bit more French than like Spanish, but we're good. And now we go forward. Now, the game world, there are no random encounters. All boss battles and stuff are set up so you can walk around as much as you want. You won't have a random encounter. This game is 8x8. So, an 8x8 field. So, we are going to the nunnery first. I've got a guide. I've got the actual walkthrough on my, no thanks, Squid, I just ate. Dinner tonight was air-fried chicken tendies, because I needed to treat myself today. Go to the nunnery. We're going to the nunnery, man. We're starting our adventure in the nunnery. Sometimes I forget with this crappy Xbox controller I have that I can't use the thumbstick for the Nintendo. And it does take a while to look around and move around and shit. Now, the playthrough only takes an hour, but obviously I'm going to be reading a lot of flavor text and shit. So, it's going to take a little longer. Now, this is the nunnery. There are 3 statues standing in a low-ceiling room. We're going to look at the jewel. See, back in the day, not every game had a battery backup. You would have to write this shit down. Like, Vegas Dream, another one of my comfort games for the NES, you'd get a massive wall of text and symbols and shit, and you'd have to write it down if you wanted to come back. And there's the option to confirm the password. That just takes you to the password screen where you enter it in again. But nah. Now, we don't need the exmal jewel, because we're doing this one and done. But we're taking it anyways because we need the experience. In this game, experience is not gotten by fighting monsters. Experience is gained by taking stuff, doing stuff, hitting stuff, and getting objectives. That's how the game kind of gates you. But you get stronger by hitting objectives. So if you end up falling to the next boss you're supposed to fight, it's because you didn't do enough shit. The right statue looks like it once held something. So I'm not the only one been here. Tallest of the 3 statues, the old man. They used to hold something with both hands. Gee, I wonder what it fucking was. Now you have to go back. So the great thing about Tombs and Treasure, and you'll see the great temple behind me, another lovely shot from Pixabay. These are actual locations in Chichen Itza in Mexico. Now, I know in the lead up to this, talking about this like a week ago, I fucked up and called it Maccu Picchu. No, that's in Peru. This is in Mexico. I think it's like down by Belize. So I'm loading the next guy. Well, like I said, this is not me being an epic game. This is me showing you this horribly flawed world. Okay, so the next step, we're going to the tomb of the high priest. We're at the nunnery. High priest's tomb is to the left. It's an 8x8 bridge, so you're not going to be wandering around too much. But they do that real fucking annoying thing that you just saw right there, where it forces you to walk around shit when you move from screen to screen. It's not intuitive at all, and it's real easy to get lost. That's not... I don't think that's the High Priest's court. Nope, that's El Caracol. We don't need to go here yet. El Caracol, a round room with a pedestal, and if I remember the gameplay correctly, we're gonna come to hate this. Like, fuck no, we don't fight him yet. We don't fight this guy yet. He will kill us. We'll go ahead and bring up the RPG element now, because it's gonna be an elephant in the room. The RPG element in this game is bullshit. You get experience points by doing things, and the experience point makes you strong enough to fight one boss. Because once you beat that one boss, you get by them into another building and get to do another thing. So the bosses really aren't actual fights. The bosses are just tests to see, have you done everything you needed to? If so, then you'll be able to kill them. If not, then you need to go back and do other shit. So here we are, we're in the tomb of the high priest. Tomb of the high priest, but there's nothing here. There fucking is. This is boss number 1, Scorpor. Now, here is the combat system. We fight. We hit the fight button. And that's it. That is the weakest fucking fighting system I've seen in any RPG in my fucking life. Next to like Ease, the first Ease, where you're literally just running into a dude. You see that, and you see that the RPG elements have just been really bolted on. And you see, if you play Azteca 2 on any other of the systems, you'll know it. Because there's no characters and there's no monsters. It's just one big puzzle. It's far, far faster to complete. But I really do feel like this has more personality. Okay. So we fought Scorpor. And that's how you know you've done enough shit, by the way. When you hit them and say he's badly damaged. But if you hit them and say they're hardly damaged, that means you need to leave and do more shit. They won't follow you out. You can leave anytime you want. Okay, so gonna go ahead and look around. If I go silent for like 20-30 seconds, I'm consulting the guide. It looks like an unadorned wall, but is it? Now, they bolted on the 3-person system in this game also. Because you see, and it'll tell you, it'll hold your hand right here and tell you, hey, let me try. It's my chance to help at last. Because he's the strong man. You gotta push that wall. Right hand while moving. Well done. He's nothing. And even with all this hand holding, it's real easy to fuck up and make the game unwinnable. Which I feel is kind of a flaw of the port. Someday I may do the original like PC98 or something version of Doom the Treasure, but I don't know. You go right. We're gonna take a look at this tile. The professor said he needed a tile to open the treasure room in the El Castillo Pyramid. Okay. Well, let's grab that fucking tile then, Jose. Thank you. You take the brightest one and the coffin slides open with a grinding sound. Who's grinding in the fucking coffin, man? They're grinding the bones. Grinding the bones, they ain't making bread. Okay, so let's take a look at the skull now. Oh, there's a mask. The mask is one I open, and it's looking right through you. Oh, shit. It's staring at my soul and finds it wanting. And I wanting that mask. So, jump scare warning. Skellington. Nothing is left but bones. We can move the skull here, and there's a hole. There's something hidden underneath the skull. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to backtrack here. Call it a bone meal. Yeah, be he alive or be he dead, I grind his bones to meet my bread. Now, we can't fill this yet. Unfortunately, this game has a lot of backtracking. There's one specific area with a fuck ton of backtracking that's just really stupid. But there's so much bad about this game, but it's just such a vibe, too. I loved the concept of it growing up. But once I figured out how you're actually supposed to win, it kind of lost something. Because I love how it's actually based on the real Chichen Itza, all the buildings and everything. And the music, the overworld music is such a vibe. The graphics are so great, it's horribly mechanically flawed. Okay, so Scorper was the first guy we had to kill off. And I believe no matter what you can kill him off, but you get EXP, more stuff you explore, more stuff you do, and that's how they gatekeep you. So now we got to go to El Castillo Pyramid, which was the place we accidentally went to last. So we're gonna go to the right. This song is such a fucking banger, man. And it's good because you're going to be doing a lot of wandering around out here. It's not like a traditional RPG, though. You're not going to be fighting enemies out here in the field. And here we go. El Castillo. I believe Castillo Pyramid is the thing behind me. I just looked up Maccu Picchu on Pixabay. Then I'm wondering why it looks so different. Then I looked up Chichen Itza on Pixabay and realized I'm a fucking moron. The El Castillo Pyramid, the temple of Macaulay Culkin. And we are home alone here on a Thursday. Let's take a look around. Oh shit, it's 2B. Well, let's see if... Now, you see I'm up at level 2 right now. It didn't... When I was a kid, I thought it had to do with fighting that got you leveled up. No, it's exploring and shit. So, we're gonna go ahead and fight. See if we're... Oh, he dodges. Now, even if you're supposed to go here, and they'll tell you you're supposed to go here by saying he's badly damaged, you can still occasionally lose. Because of all the dodging. The RNG is fucking stupid because you're supposed to win these fights. Good news is, you can go back at any time. The monsters will not chase you. And when you go back, then your alarm will go off and tell you you need to check the mailbox, even though you went and checked the mailbox before you got home. I don't know. All the shit I do is done digitally these days. Like, the only reason I even have to check my, like, physical fucking mailbox these days is, like, if there's something from my bank, or if I have, like, jury duty or some shit. And you see, that was a lot easier, because the RNG is all fucked up. But we knew we were supposed to fight him. Because it said he was badly wounded. And that's how they put up the guardrails in this game. It fully heals you. Yes, it does. It's kind of like West of Loathing in the fact that every fight is self-contained. If you back up, it completely heals you. It's not even completely real, the fights. They're just kind of tests of are you in the right place yet? And when I was younger, there was one place I just didn't know existed, so I missed that one boss, and I never really was able to complete anything. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and look around. There's a little hole in the floor, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 deep. We don't have anything that can go in there yet, but looking at shit gives us experience. It's a dead end, the way it's blocked with a wall. Let's look at the hollow. It's a strange shape. Splatts! Oh shit, what voice did I give to Amanda? I'll give her the Dr. Annie voice I'm doing in West of Loathing. Splatts, if you've got something that fits the hole, the door might open up. And that's her telling me to go into my inventory and use the tile that I got. And that's how you solve most of the puzzles in the game. There's a lot of backtracking. Occasionally it'll hold your hand with exactly what you have to do. But if you sit around long enough, you can figure it out. This is more about showing you the vibe of the game and talking about where I personally got stuck. Because this game was really important to me growing up. But looking back on it, I realized that it is just extremely flawed. So we're gonna take everything we fucking can. First, we're gonna look at the silver globe. We're gonna take everything we can, and then we're gonna look at everything we can't take. We hit the fucking jackpot today. We are desecrating this site like a motherfucker. You see how annoying that is? How much easier that would have been if I had used a mouse? Silver globe. It's a silver globe about 4 inches in diameter. It's called the globe of light. Take it to go. There's the hand holding. And it's weird with all this hand holding, it's still easy to get soft locked, and I'll point out where you can and why I was never able to beat this as a kid. Can't take the large flask. You can't take the pile of gold, so already that's bullshit. Can't take a large bowl. Can't take the tall flask. We got the gold stand, though. Can't take the stone box. Can't take the statue, of course. Can't take the urn. We got the bowl. You can't take the flask. Take the mirror. Now we're just gonna look at everything else. There we go. We got an item by looking in there. It contains a small rod, taken but covered with iron sand. We got a mosaic urn, a jar made of lots of fragments of stone. It's mysterious as fuck. A woman's statue, a headless statue of a woman. She looks as if she wants to treasure. Yeah, I just took the globe out of her arms like 10 seconds ago. You open the box, you find 3 stone tablets that seem to have pictures on them, but you can't make them out. There must be some way to see them, though. There's something shining inside the flask, but the neck is too narrow to get it out even if you turn it upside down. You can get a large bowl. There's a hole in the bottom. It's empty. Fuck. I'm glad I did not put my Chex Mix in there, man. So much gold must be worth millions of dollars. And you can't even get Jose to pick it up. What the fuck, man? We're leaving the gold there. We're here for something more precious than gold. We're here looking for Amanda's father. When you try to look inside, you hit your head. Anyways, it's empty. Idiot! Yeah, well, at least I'm not so stupid my father disappeared. Fuck you. That was horrible, I apologize. So what else can we do here? So we can... Now, I believe they'll let you leave. Sometimes they won't even let you leave until you do everything you need to. But we're gonna move the pile of gold and find a red jewel. And that looks like the legendary jewel that the professor was searching for. Yes, he said that used in one-eyed mask can make secrets become visible. He also said that used on the sword it would create a magical power. So there's the hand holding again right there. That's fine though. If you don't have the manual, like I didn't have the manual, that is a lot more helpful. So to put things together, we have I believe there's a join command. Yeah, join command. You can join the red jewel and the mask, and you can have one of my nightmares when I was a child. The red jewel is fixed in the eye of the mask. Now we gotta do like AC/DC said, smash, grab, and take it. Hey. Oh, how pretty. A ring with a stunning jewel. And look, it fits my finger perfectly. She stepped right in, she calls me a fucking idiot, and then she steps right in front of me and takes the ring. It's the ring of Itza. It's said to have the power to defeat evil. To think that such a famous ring was hidden here. I don't know what use it'll be, but careful not to lose it. I will admit, I'm kind of hot. I don't know, man. I've always had something for girls or women with green hair. I don't know what it is, like Tara Branford or Annette Futatabi from El Viento, or fuck, who else? The original Samus before they made her a fucking blonde. Green hair, man. You don't get enough of it. Ryoko arguably could have green hair. Oh shit, can you put the mask on? Yeah, we have to put the mask on at a couple different points, actually. And we got other masks too. Fauna. I'll admit, I didn't watch a lot of Fauna, but her ASMRs are so nice and chill. Like, I know I got the fucking voice for ASMR. Okay, one thing left to do before we leave here. We joined the masks and the red jewel, so we're going to use the one-eyed mask. When you put on the one-eyed mask, the pictures in the box became clear. A picture of men digging up the censer at dusk. A trumpet at noon, and the jaguar becomes a statue. Men drinking a potion at night and shrinking. What bar do I have to go to get myself a couple shots of that shit? The shrinking whiskey. To solve this riddle, you will have to discover the sun necklace and find the position of the sun. The position of it's right there in the fucking sky, isn't it? Are we on like Mars or some shit? I know what the sun is, man. Don't drag gaslight me. I believe that's all we need to do in Castillo Pyramid. Now, you see, if you walk around and you don't take all that shit and look at all that shit, you will not get experience. So even if you face the next boss you're supposed to, you won't be able to do any damage to them. Because that's how they build up EXP. That's why we're taking a little longer tonight than the usual walkthrough. Because the usual walkthrough is just like an hour. So yeah, that's it. Smash the flask, move the gold pile, read the stone tablets. Funny thing is, in Azteca 2, to read the tablets and stuff, they're actually like frescoes on the wall, and you have to use some kind of magic smoke that may or may not be like marijuana or something. So obviously they had to clean that up a little bit. So now we are going from El Caracol to the Well of Paradise. Or El Castillo. No, we're at El Castillo now. El Caracol is somewhere else. So, Well of Paradise. We're going to go south by southeast. I believe there's a map in the instruction manual, so we're just imagining I have the manual away with you. Now, you see, this also pissed me off when I was a kid. Where's the entrance? Where's the fucking entrance? You had to walk around the whole edge. And there's no indicator, and there it is. Oh, no. Well, they didn't say it was marijuana. It's like you light a sensor with some magic smoke, but come on. The Well of Paradise. It doesn't look very deep. I'm not very deep. That's fine. Next up. Okay. So we found that mirror. I think we put the mirror in the water. Put the mirror in the water. No, you can't. You have to use the mirror on the water. No, you have to wash the mirror. And that's why I hate the layout of this game. There are 3 or 4 different ways to word something, but only one will actually work. And that's why there are very few point-and-click adventures that work on Nintendo. Maniac Mansion, as great as the game Maniac Mansion is, I'd like to play that someday also. Unfortunately, it suffers from the same problem. After being washed in the well, the golden mirror shines brightly. There's something shining in the water that looks like panpipes. Well, you take the panpipes and it turns out it just looks like panpipes. It's actually like a flyer for a fucking Wawa opening up down the road. Nope, it's panpipes. We pick it up and panpipes. Let's take a look at... take a look at the panpipes. You can't use it. Hold on. There's supposed to be a way to look at something that's in your inventory. Oh yeah, you gotta back out. Look at the pipes. A set of gold pipes about 10 inches wide. Now that's gonna hurt. Unfortunately, there's a hole in them and they can't be used. Now, I'll tell you about the join command. You can join you've seen it before, you can join 2 items in your inventory, but you cannot break them up. Once they're joined, they're either joined permanently, or it has to be something you can join with something else. That goes to how I got soft locked in the past. So we have a bandage, this nasty used bandage, got a little pus on it. We're gonna put it on the panpipes, because this is a video game. I stuck the bandage over the hole and fixed them. And yeah, so Amanda is the one who plays the panpipes. So she's gonna take the panpipes that's got this nasty, grody used bandage on it, and she's just gonna be blowing like a mad bastard. I think that's all we have to do here. You see, the music is beautiful, the graphics are beautiful. I love the concept, but it's a little mechanically fucked. And like I said, I'll point out, it's one of the big reasons why I'm using a guide, because I'm also pointing out the problems with the game and my experience with the game when I was growing up. So yeah, look at the panpipes, join the panpipes. Now we're going to El Caracol. We're going to El Caracol. Yep, now we're going to El Caracol. Don't worry, we're going through a lot of places, but we are going to be doing a lot of backtracking. So El Caracol is number 5. That will be due west. Big props to Strategy Wiki. Usually, I go to GameFAQs to look up strategies and shit. But when you need like a full-on strategy for something, and you need it while you're playing the game, while you're streaming or something, Strategy Wiki is just so much more convenient. It's laid out so much nicer. Now, where was El Castillo? You see, the map is only 8x8 screens, so it's still really easy to get lost. I think the map for Azteca 2 was really, really bad. Like, everything was populated in one area except one, and there's a ton of forest you didn't even need to fuck around with. El Caracol. It's a round room with a pedestal in the center. We are about to hate this fucking place in a little bit. So I'll preemptively join the red jewel and the sword. Because remember, there is a hole in our sword. That's perfect size for a jewel. Holy shit! Oh, it's the Snake Master. Snake Master, thank you for wearing pants today. This is a Christian stream. Oh, wait. Not hardly damage at all. Alright, am I in the right place? Let's see. Even at level 5, will be difficult defeating Snake Knight if you do not join the red jewel and the sword force. Oh, I get it. This game's UI is so fucked up because you notice when you enter the building, and a monster jumps out at you, it invalidates whatever you're doing. Like, you can't look around, you can't hit anything. The monster always appears first. So maybe it did not, it just didn't read me putting the jewel in. There we go. The jewel fits perfectly and it's even redder than before. We're about to chop off his Snake Master. I don't give a fuck. I'm Amanda. I'm Amanda Splatts, and in this game, I'm Amanda and Splatts. He does. Okay. Badly damaged, badly damaged, badly damaged. Okay, we're just gonna go leave. Go back out. And you see, doing this, you see just how bad the combat in this game is. It would be so much easier to not have combat in this game, but they had to bolt it on because they can't just make it point and click. I guess they thought it would sell better if it was an RPG. Does he also have snake arms on his snake head? I didn't know snakes had arms, man. I had no fucking clue. I'm learning so much tonight. Come on, come on. That's as deep as the quote-unquote combat gets. It's not even really fucking combat. Now, as a kid, I thought there was some strategy. It's like timing or something. But nah, it's just smack them around once you've looked at enough shit. So, the window, the pedestal, globe, what's the globe? So we're gonna take a look at the window and see the world out there. The Court of Columns can be seen in the distance. Now, Court of Columns, that's another place that really pissed me off. Because you notice some of the, like the Well of Sacrifice, you don't know where you're supposed to enter it. You just walk around the perimeter of the whole thing. It's really confusing for the Court of Columns. So this stone pedestal seems designed to hold the globe. That is awfully fucking specific. Look like we have a globe. And the globe fits the pedestal perfectly. I hope it does. The silver globe. It's said that a beautiful sound will awaken the globe. A beautiful sound will awaken the globe. They were dueling Dalton. High and low, it's all the same. Easy money, faithless women, red-eye whiskey, for the pain. Does that do anything for you, Globe? No? Oh, fuck you too, buddy. No, we gotta do exactly what you think we have to do. We have to switch over to Amanda. You're no good, Splatts. Here, let me try. Because she's the only one who can use the panpipes. Now, think about it. All Amanda can do, the girl can do, is play the panpipes. All Jose can do is push heavy shit. Think about how easy it would be if you just had the one character that could also play panpipes and push shit. They shoehorn the RPG element into here. And maybe I'll play Azteca 2 sometime in the future, but you really understand that. So, well done. Amanda plays the pipes and makes a lovely sound. She tootin' on that flutin'. Get a piece of the bandage stuck in her mouth. Suddenly the globe becomes a transparent beam of light and shoots out. Let's stare directly into the fucking light. Oh, it's shining through the window like a laser. My laser go pew-pew, baby. You can't see its approach. Now, this is when I fucked up when I was a young Splatts. I did not look out the window first, so I did not know that this was pointing to the quarter columns. Okay, so I think that's all we can do here for now. We're gonna hate this section. This is the section that once I figured out how to do it, kind of made me hate this game a little bit for a while. Because we're about to do a fuck ton of backtracking, man. And for the dumbest damn reason. But the music is so good, and the aesthetics are so beautiful, man. It's hard. It's hard to be pissed off until you get to the points that really do piss you off. Alright, so we are at El Caracol right now. I believe we've got to go north. We are going to the Court of Columns. No, I think we fucked up. I think that's the ball pit. Vomit in the ball pit. No, ball court. The ball court. We're handling our ball. We don't have to handle our balls until late in the game. Don't worry about it. We'll do a lot of ball handling. Okay, so I want to show you why this area pissed me off when I was young. So, there's a lot of fucking columns, right? You'd think this was the Court of Columns. With all the columns. No, this is the Temple of Warriors. With a girl, a jaguar, and a warrior. We gotta go back. Oh shit, it's Cavern! Oh no, we're not supposed to fight you yet, fuck off. Okay, so yeah, this is the Temple of Warriors. Guess where the fucking Court of Columns is? We gotta go all the way around because it keeps forcing us once we go to the edge of the screen. Walk all the way around this shit. And it's right there at the tail end on another completely different screen. It's annoyed me. I don't think I ever actually found... No, I did find the Court of Columns as a kid. Once or twice. But... how were you supposed to know that without the map or the instruction booklet? There really needed to be easier indicators of how to enter, where to enter each area. I mean, it looks beautiful on the map, but it's hard functionally to play, man. So this is the Court of Columns. There are rows of columns. Maybe we could play columns. No, that's a Sega Genesis game. So we got the light in the background, and... oh shit, it's El Slug! El Slug in the fucking house, baby. I joined the red jewel to the sword. It's already in there, cool. I don't think I have to use it in the mask for a little while, so we'll just assume it's in the sword. L slug dodges, I dodges. L slug dodges, I dodges. And he's been badly damaged. That means we've looked around and done enough shit. But even though RNG, shitty RNG, could still kill me off, and once I figured out how shallow the fighting mechanic in this game is, that really worked for me. So we've axed L Slug. Man, rest in peace. So we're gonna look around. There's one called, and that's why we needed to set that laser beam out. So we could go find, because we'll be wandering around all fucking day otherwise, but no, it shows us the specific column that we need out of all of them. Okay, so we killed L Slug. Look column. Gonna look at shit and hit shit. Shining column at the back of the court. It's shining in the light, and there's some dirt. It's ordinary ground, but ... Let's give it the fucking Superman punch, man. Nothing beats a ground pound. A Golden Globe was buried. Now we had a Silver Globe. Now we got a Golden Globe. It's 5 and 6 inches in diameter, made of pure gold. Now, get this shit. Yeah, we gotta take it first. So, we've got the Golden Globe now. We used the Silver Globe in El Caracol to find the Golden Globe. Guess where we have to go now with the Golden Globe? We have to go back to El Caracol. The place we just went to with the Silver Globe, we now have to go back there with the Golden Globe. Wait a second, no. The screen, it's only 8x8, but it's still so easy to get fucking lost. No, that's the Well of Sacrifice. I'm way off. Sometimes I wonder how I get home from places like after work. Like if I had to drive myself, which I don't because it's just easier to get Lyft or carpool. I somehow, like my sense of direction is so bad, I wonder how I get home from places. Oh yeah, back in El Caracol. No, wait, that's Castillo Pyramid. Am I at the right fucking place? Nope, I'm not. You seen one fucking pyramid, you seen them all. I'm bad at video games. Although, I'm going to stop judging myself by the amount of time the playthrough on YouTube takes to finish the game. Because that's no deaths, that's perfect runs, knowing 100% what you're doing, not stopping to read any flavor text or anything out. That's just trying to, it's not a speed run, but it's not realistic. You should make a throne and put a compass on a map on it. Funny way, that you say compass. I will be getting to that soon. That becomes a whole thing. Look, so yeah, we are at the... It should be straight down from El Castillo. Should be straight down from the Temple of Warriors. Like I said, it's only 8x8. It's only 64 screens total, the map screen. But it's so easy to get turned around. At least the music is a fucking banger, you don't mind. Oh, there it is. Fuck, I'm stupid. I just may be dumb. But I got Moxie. Okay, so we are back at the El Castillo. No, El Caracol. Fuck, what? Are we going to El Castillo or El Caracol? El Castillo is at number 3. El Caracol is number 5. Diagonally to the bottom. I'm a fucking moron. This is Amanda Splatts getting lost in Mexico's Zatsudan. Let's fucking go in circles. Now, when you're younger, or when I was younger, I didn't mind exploring like this. Because I thought the world was so much bigger than it actually was. But when you realize how small it actually... I believe we visited like 90% of the sites already. So we're going back to El Caracol. So we came here and we put that silver globe on the pedestal. So now we gotta put the golden globe on the pedestal. We're doing the exact same thing. Take the silver globe. We gotta put the golden globe. And it fits perfectly as well. Even though the way to describe it, it's like 2 inches larger, it still fits well, even though it's like a wooden or stone, whatever. And then, of course, you gotta change party members arbitrarily. Once again, Amanda tells me I'm no good. Hey, let me try. Because we gotta give the other 2 characters in the party something to do. Amanda plays the pipes and makes a lovely sound. Suddenly the globe becomes transparent and a beam of light shoots out again. Okay. I think any of you who are familiar with point-and-click adventures can kind of understand why I'm a little pissy. Think about it. We came to here, we put the silver globe in. The silver globe led us to the quarter column. The quarter columns gave us the gold globe. We brought the gold globe back here. And the gold globe is now pointing us back to the quarter columns. So this is just backtracking at its absolute fucking worst. Once I figured out that you have to go back, put in the silver globe, go back to the quarter columns, put in the golden globe, go back to the quarter column, or Castillo Pyramid, play the pipe. It just blew my mind. It just felt like such horrible pattern. Like, we don't even need that golden globe. Like, the thing we're about to dig up in the quarter columns right now, we could have just done it with that silver globe. I hate fetch quests. Yeah, well, I know they're a lot more prominent in point-and-click adventures, but this is kind of egregious. This when I replayed this game several years ago as an adult, through whatever means necessary I could, this made me almost not want to play it anymore. But then you listen to the music and you see, look how fucking cool this interface is, man. It's clunky to use, but it looks amazing, man. Especially for the time period. So we're just gonna go ahead and, once again, nothing beats a ground pound. And I give you head. We're using all the fucking memes tonight, man. All the fucking memes. So we got a head now. It's a heavy head that wears the crown. I don't think there are any crowns in this game. So we got a big fucking head now. So we took the globe, took it to the El Caracol, lit it up, got the corner columns, got the golden globe, went back to El Caracol, put it in the ball, and then lit it up again, came back to the quarter columns. Jesus Christ, the things some people will do just to get some head. Now we're going to El Castillo. The other white meat. And how are you supposed to know unless you like fumble around the entrance that this is where you're supposed to enter the quarter columns? I love this game. I love this game, but it is fucking flawed. And I think replaying it in the past, has kind of helped me realize things about stuff that I love growing up. I can love things that are horribly flawed and horribly fucked up. You can love aspects of things and then still hate parts of them. So here we are back. Are we? No, we don't want to go to the Tomb of the High Priest yet. No, fuck. Tomb of the High Priest, number 2. No, we want to go to El Caracol. We've already been here. Jose shoved the wall. And that is my boy Jose's only real function, is to shove a wall. You don't see a whole... If Jose is this big jack Mexican dude, why doesn't he do the fighting? No offense. I believe I'm supposed to be a 16-year-old kid in this game. Why doesn't Jose do the fucking fighting? No, that's El Caracol. We're going to El Castillo. Going north, right. I'm getting fucking dizzy. This is probably gonna take more than 2 hours, but we've already met a lot of the objectives. It sounds like me with Arma 3. What's Arma 3? I don't play a lot of shoot 'em ups or shit like that. I don't know a lot about that. I don't think I've heard of that. I've heard of Dota. Is it like that? So we're finally back to Castillo Pyramid. So we're gonna move around, go to the sound, we're gonna go inside. Now you see there's that headless statue. We are gonna give her head back to her. Head is on statue. Head is on statue. Film at 11. An entrance opens in the floor. Now use the downstairs option. And it's a secret basement. We'll look in the box here. And we got a leather bag inside. We got a leather bag. And we'll take the large flask. And we'll take the smaller flask. I believe the leather bag is incense. Yeah, it's the incense. This item is really easy to miss, but I believe you can't actually beat the game without it. It's a stick of incense inside, so it smells nice. It's a combat simulation game. You have to worry about the weight of your equipment, how long you've been holding your gun up, vehicle gas. Very draining, but you love it. Look up, I don't know how much of an old school gamer you are, Squid. You might want to look up the Tecmo Koei games, K-O-E-I rather, like Nobunaga's Ambition, or Liberty or Death, or POW, I believe, for the Super Nintendo. Those are really in-depth. Koei made a whole bunch of really in-depth strategy games for the Super Nintendo. You might be interested in those, because some of those, like Nobunaga's Ambition, do get really specific and have some interesting mechanics. Like, I'm not smart enough to play any of them, but it might be cool. Okay, so now we do want to go back to El Castillo, which is number 3. Where are we? We are in El Caracol. We are in El Castillo. Now we go back to El Caracol. I'm getting better. I'm getting better as I start playing. I'll definitely look into it. Yeah, I forget the name of all of them, but the two names I remember are Nobunaga's Ambition and Live or Death. But I believe there are a couple of them that are based on the Chinese War of the Three Kingdoms or whatever it's called, the Dynasty Warriors era. Way too much shit for me to keep track of, though. Oh fuck, which body of water is this again? Mother shit. We are at the... There's no brick down there, so we are at the Well of Sacrifice. It's exactly what you think it is. No, we are going to El Castillo, which is... I don't know how I missed it. Just gonna fucking wander around Mexico. It's fucking great. Maybe we'll get so lost we end up in Belize or some shit. So we're back here again. This shit. No. No, that's not it. Fuck. Why do I keep confusing El Callisto and El Caracol? This playthrough is gonna be twice as long as it needs to be, and that's just because I keep fucking up the name of two fucking temples, man. I don't want it to be racially insensitive or anything. I'm not forgetting this because it's racially insensitive. I'm not forgetting because I'm fucking stupid, and I've not played this game in a very, very long time. No, this is the temple we need, I think. Now, imagine not knowing where you're doing, not knowing where you're going to wander around for fucking hours trying to figure out what to do next. Because you never found the Court of Columns, and all the enemies are suddenly too strong for you to fight, and you can't move forward anywhere. Alright, so... You're gonna fucking hate this. I think this is the point where I said fuck it. This is the point where I played years ago as an adult with a guide and said, fuck it. This is a weird... Hey, thank you for stopping by, Kara-senpai. It gets a lot fucking weirder. It's got bolted-on RPG elements that are quite bad, and they're only there to kind of handhold you for a bit. So, we gotta go ahead and take the globe now. And we gotta switch to Jose. And you know Jose's got to do something because he says he finally gets to do something. And we gotta push. Dude, that pedestal is so small, fucking Amanda could probably move it. There's a terrible noise and a staircase appears. We better go up there. Recklessly. We are in Chichen Itza right now. In the bottom ass end of Mexico. And these are all based on Chichen Itza. He's climbed up to his... Look at that shit. As if we didn't get enough of this fucking place earlier tonight. Now we got another pedestal. Guess what we gotta fucking do now? Once again, we put the globe on the pedestal. And then we gotta do a little bit of a sequence break. I think the fastest way to do this is to... It's just a bit of a sequence break. Because what we're doing right now... and this is not revealed until much later in the game. This game has a time cycle, a day-night cycle. Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Even though everything looks the exact fucking same to the outside, you would never know. The item that you need to see what time of day it is, we don't have it yet. So we're just gonna wait until it's the right time of day, and there you go. I would have never figured it out as a baby Splat. I might have gotten the thing that you need to tell the time first, but apparently this is the canonical way to do it. You just have to sit and fucking wait. So the light shines small and reflects up and golden below. So we gotta look at this one fucking brick in the wall. It's kind of bright. Well, it's got fucking lasers shooting on it. I hope it's kind of bright. I don't know, I'm not kind of bright. I got stuck between two temples for 20 goddamn minutes. So, this gets stupid. So we have to smash it. And we got a little crystal key. Let's take it. Go back. Now, as a baby Splat, I would never have figured this part out, ever. That's one of the reasons, not only because of the fact that it's really easy to get soft locked, but because of how stupid some of these puzzle solutions are. And since I used to rent this as a kid, I didn't have access to the instruction manual that had all the hints on it. So what we got to do now is we got to take the globe that's been pissing us off. We got to put in the stand. Where's the stand? Small flask, lighter, incense, shallow bowl, exmal jewel, golden globe, gold stand. We got that earlier. And now we gotta put the fucking globe on the stand. I'm getting tired of the globe. They shouldn't have called this game Tombs and Treasure. They should have called this Globes and Pedestals. I think this is the point where I snapped initially. But at least now I'm getting some fucking content out of it. Fuck you, Falcom. But I love you so much. I love Popful Mail. I believe that's a Falcom game. I would love to play the Sega CD version of Popful Mail sometime. That is a genuinely joyous time. Okay. So we arbitrarily changed party members. Except this time she doesn't tell us how... Usually she tells us how fucking useless we are. That's how we know we have to change. But this time she didn't say anything. So if we were just playing normally with the rules we'd gotten initially, we would not know that we have to use the pan pipes again. And say it's the globe. Globe will change and reflect the light onto another portion. Yeah, take the golden globe, put it on the stand, put it on the globe. The globe will now sit on top of the stand. Top of the pedestal, light will come in through the other window and strike the globe. Now we just wait again. Because you'd think that something happened if you don't know about the day-night cycle. No, you just wait. The sun has moved and the light from the window disappears. So, use the pipes again. Can't use it. Wait. Wait. Try it again. It must be the middle of the night. Wait. Wait. Try it again. Must be the middle of the night. Wait. 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 There we go. Now I'll play the pipes. Time must have run out while I was waiting. Yeah, that must have been it. It was like, I believe it comes in at morning, or at morning, yeah. It was afternoon, and then we had to wait through night and overnight, and now it's morning. And imagine doing this blind. Imagine doing this without a guide, man. And doing everything right and not fucking knowing that you have to wait for an arbitrary unit of time that we don't know even exists yet. No wonder I didn't finish this game with the baby Splats. I love this game so I love the music, I love the aesthetic, I love the concept, but mechanically, it's fucking broken. It's a lot more fun to watch than it is to play out there. So we found something in the wall. It's a silver sensor. And I tell you, it's really, really, really easy to miss the sensor. But if you don't get the sensor, you soft lock yourself during the ending. You need this sensor to survive the ending. Plus, you get the experience. And like I said, in this game, you don't get experience from fighting monsters. You get experience from exploring shit. It's just another hand-holding thing. So now we gotta go to the Temple of Wars. So we gotta go back. So we went to the floor. We went to floor 1. We put in the silver ball or the silver globe. We played the flute. Went to the court of columns. Got the golden globe. Took the golden globe flat. Put it in. Played the flute. Went back to the court of columns. Got the head. Eventually came back here. Went up to the 2nd floor. And put the globe in there. And waited for time to go around. And then we got the key. And then we had to put it on a stand and wait for time to come around and use the flute. And we got a sensor. That is just so fucking bloated, man. It's just arbitrary backtracking at its worst. As much as I love this game, I fucking hate this game. But it is just so beautiful. And I love the concept. And I gotta remember what they're trying to do with the point-and-click adventure on the Nintendo. Because point-and-click adventures are really, really hard to pull off on Nintendo. Just because of the nature of them. Like you've got to really nail the menu system. So we're going to take a look at... Oh shit, it's a cadaver. Abracadabra. They're trying to stick it to your body inside of me. I don't need no alibi. Honestly, I tell a lie. Try to stick an office worker inside of me. Yeah, I think I should still have the red jewel. And at level 11, he's supposed to go down really. And this is the extent of the combat. Just hit the attack button. If you've explored enough and looked around enough, you'll be strong enough. Glaze it. Hello, Teddy. Is that like 420? Glaze it. Glazing some donuts. Bavarian cream. Just be careful. Because there's a fucking jaguar staring you down. Now, the jaguar is another time thing. Jaguar's another time thing. But first of all, we need to get the sun necklace. Look at the sun necklace, take the sun necklace, then take the blue jewel, and fuck off. Here's the sun necklace. It's too dirty to see clearly. It's got a complicated pattern and a 1-inch jewel in the center. Well, we know if it's dirty, we need to go wash it off in the well of paradise. Tried to break the base. Okay, now we just go ahead and grab the blue jewel. Oh shit! The statue has come alive now. We can't actually fight the jaguar. We're led to believe we can fight things here in this game, but we can't actually fight the jaguar, so we have to go back. And we have to go back in, completely arbitrarily. You think you've had to explore somewhere else, but you fucking don't. You just have to go right back in. And the jaguar has just suddenly fucked off. That's it. It's easy because of the day-night cycle. It's something with the day-night cycle, and we don't know how to tell what time it is yet. So we just sit around and wait for shit. So you gotta look in the hole. Well, we gotta get the key. You gotta peer into the hole. Looking into the hole. There's a hole and it looks like a key. You instinctively try to grab it. You can't take it. That's no good, Splatts. Let me do it for you. Take the key. You can't take... Ha! Fuck off! You can't take the key. The hole is too small. Wait a minute. The key's rusty. It must be made of iron. If we had a magnet, we could pull it out. Do we have one, Splatts? Yeah. You couldn't fucking do it either. Shut up. Spooky, yeah. Spoopy fucking jaguar statue. So, going to use... Where's the fucking use option? Use... We got this little rusty small rod. We're going to stick our small rod in the hole until we get the key with it. The small rod is a magnet and the key sticks to it. That's how you get the key. Now, using the small rod to get the key, put a pin in that. We'll get right back to it. Because that is how I soft-locked myself when I was younger. So now we gotta go back. Gotta go. I don't think we have to fuck with it. Oh, fuck off, man. The Jaguar's back. Oh, shit. We gotta go back to the well, because it said that the necklace we got was dirty. So we gotta go back to the well paradise to wash it off. Yeah, we fight giant slugs and cadavers and two beaks and shit. No, we don't fight the Jaguar. We just get the fuck away from the Jaguar. Jaguars, you don't fuck with them, and I should know because I was a coyote. You gotta catch up on the lore, creative writing. Luckily, I was able to go ahead and talk to the admin about... I talked about this during the writing stream. I got the invite to get that GitHub to post stuff. I just have to go ahead and figure out how to post there. I've joined and everything, and I've got the text document, but when I'm a little more lucid, because I'm kind of fading right now, I will figure out how to post it there. And I will take the story that I wrote live Wednesday morning, and that'll be a nice blog entry for you. Doesn't look very deep, so let's go ahead and wash the necklace. Where is it here? There it is, the necklace. Okay, now you see that seizure-inducing light in the thing? That black circle that's been sitting there this entire time, that's supposed to tell us what time of day it is. Now you can tell the position of the sun. Yellow is dawn, white is noon, red is dusk, and black is midnight. Think about all the puzzles we just solved, like in the last half hour or so, by just waiting. And now we have the thing that tells us what time of day it is. Fucking hell. This is gonna take a lot longer than I thought. I thought it was gonna take like 2 hours at most. But like I said, I can't judge how long something is gonna take by the walkthrough, not the walkthrough, but the playthrough online. Even if it's not a speed run. Because I'm taking time out to entertain, I'm checking the guide, I'm talking to chat. Okay, so go back to the Temple of Warriors. We gotta go back to the Temple of Warriors now that we have the... And more backtracking exactly to where we exactly were. So, I don't know why we picked it up now. Maybe it's the experience points for washing it. That's what we need it now. But that's how we were supposed to solve certain puzzles that we just did by fucking sitting and waiting. With that was the necklace that was supposed to. But I think that's kind of broken. Because we had to solve all those puzzles without knowing about the time sequence of the necklace. Because the way the monsters are set in this game, you can only fight a certain monster and beat it if you've got enough experience. So you had to explore and had to find all that stuff and had to solve the puzzles without knowing what time of day it was to get enough experience to fight Cadaver to get the necklace in the first place. Oh, wow. Fucking Jaguar, man. I don't give a shit. I will throw the girl at him. I don't give a fuck. Amanda, you've had a good run. Side, she's gonna pull out the pipes. Amanda's pipe music has stopped the Jaguar. There you go. And now we can get that blue jewel. And we did all this shit for the blue jewel, which acts like a stronger version of the red jewel. And I think that's all we need to go do down here. I think that's it. This game does have an ending, I promise. But imagine as a baby Splat playing this game a long time ago, doing all this shit out of order, renting it, doing it out of order, not being able to beat it, but loving the aesthetic because I'm too dumb to realize how bad mechanically this game is. But then renting it again another weekend, doing things in the wrong order, not being able to beat certain bosses because it's in the wrong order. And then enjoying, and then growing up and knowing how you're supposed to play it and getting pissed off at how broken it is. Now, we spoke earlier about the ball court. It is finally time, an hour and a half after we started, to court some balls. By the way, anyone who's trying to contact me at Discord, I'm not answering my Discord right now. I actually, unless I'm on a call with someone who's, like when Kara and I were streaming, I left it open. Otherwise, I leave the Discord closed when I stream. Because next to Brave, Discord is taking most of the memory. So I will make my announcement. I will check my mail. I will write out any pertinent notes. Then I'll close. Then after the stream, I'll open it up again. So we are in the way of the ball court. We will court all the balls tonight. This is Amanda Splatts Project. I'm Amanda Splatts of FlaVR. And let's go in. Oh shit, it's Hornskull, who looks exactly like Cadaver, except he's a slightly different color. He's gray. And you know in RPGs, if it's a monster you fought before, but if it's a different color and it's got a different name, it's stronger. Okay, so we gotta join. We just picked up the blue jewel, so we gotta join the blue jewel in the sword. So, even though there are clearly two holes in that sword, you can only put one jewel in it once. So we should be able to fight Hornskull. There we go. But even due to bad RNG, oh no, I fucking murked him in like 2 moves. Usually with the way that the bad RNG is, even if you've gotten enough experience by exploring and stuff, and looking at shit, you will still die occasionally due to bad RNG. But no, we murked him. So let's go ahead and take a look. Look at this powwow. The powwow. It holds a cog. You better not take it. And there's the hand holding it. It's so easy to get stuck and trapped, but there's still a ridiculous amount of hand holding in this game. It's not like that at all in the original Aztec 2. It's a lot more confusing. But it's also a lot shorter because they don't shoehorn in monsters and shit. You're just an unnamed explorer. So here we do. As you do, there's something that stands out at you, and you can highlight. Take a look. You got a block that's blue. Now, what were we doing with all the different colored blocks and shit back in El Caracol? We smashed them, right? No, you can't smash this one. Not even Jose can smash it. You just have to take it. You hear the block, you hear a rumbling sound. So you're trained to smash those little spots in the wall. No, you gotta take this one. You can go, but don't go anywhere. I will tell you right now, that's a death trap. We can't go in there just yet. That's a death trap. So now we gotta go back to the high. We haven't been to the High Priest tomb in a very long time. We gotta go back now. Don't worry, we are on the last page of the strategy wiki. There's just a little bookkeeping to take care of. So we gotta go back. Yeah, imagine Amanda Splatts, Babby Splatts, finding the ball court first when she was playing the game back in the day, not having the instruction manual, not having the guide, finding the ball court first, and then just repeatedly dying to Horn Swallow or whatever his name is, and then fucking thinking that I was a bad gamer when it was just the game designer was fucking. That's something I've come to know growing up. I was not good at a lot of these Nintendo games, and it's not because I was bad at video games. A lot of these Nintendo games were just ridiculously hard. If you remember, Nintendo Hard was a term about how difficult it, because you'd have to rent them, and you just rent them again and again and again because you never beat them. Then you spend the $50 to $60 fucking dollars to buy them, and sometimes it's only really like 2 or 3 hours of content. Y'all are so fucking lucky that you get previews and demos these days. Back in the day, we may just have a magazine article, and that magazine article might not even be accurate. So, we have not been to the Tomb of the High Priest for a while. But if you remember, we nudged a skeleton in the brain, and we found a hole next to the skeleton's head. But you can't push it, can't pull it. You could push it, you could pull it, but no, you have to choose the move option. So, I believe the crystal key is what goes in here. Put the key. It's silly to shove it in your nose and move around for some good jumps. You're fucking silly, Falcom. No, it's the iron key. It's not the crystal key. The crystal key's later. It's the iron key. I am fucking silly. What? No. Silver key. What? Look at the hole. There's a keyhole. Let's put the fucking iron key in there. No. No, we have to use the iron key. That's it. You can put the key in the hole. No, you have to click actually use. That's why it's so fucking hard to do point and click adventures on a console. Like Deja Vu or Uninvited or Shadowgate, the Iron trilogy, I think it was. Unless you got the interface good, you can just fuck yourself up by just choosing something that's similar. I think this guy's a little silly. How dare you call me a guy? No, I'm just fucking with this grin. Let's go down, diggy, down. And this should look familiar. This looks just like the ball court, doesn't it? But we go around. You get lost really quick. So that's why you were talking about a compass earlier, a throne and a compass. We are about to make a compass by putting together the small rod and the bowl to make a compass. Small rod starts to spin but finally comes to a halt, pointing in a fixed direction. Now, I told you to put a pin in the small rod getting the key earlier. When I was a young child and I figured out how to play this game, this is where I soft-locked myself. You can put two items together, but you can't break them apart. So when I found the rod, and when I found the bowl, I immediately put them together to form the compass. Not knowing that I needed the metal rod to get the key behind the Jaguar. I did this every fucking time. and I would just continually soft lock myself. That is the main thing when I realized how to solve this puzzle as an adult. That pissed me off. So let's go ahead and use the compass, and we have a small room. Now, I will go ahead and show you quickly. Go to the left. There's the ball court. That's the door we opened by taking out the blue brick. So, to the left is the door we opened by taking out the blue brick. To the right is the door we opened by going through the underground catacombs. So there is 2 ways out of this room right now. Remember that, put a pin in that. So there's a nice fucking jewel sitting right there. The Akbal jewel. We're acting on all the balls in the ball court today. It said this jewel is the ability to rob demons of their power. That's the type of shit I need. Boom! Door closes. The door we just came from closed. Now think about it. We went out of our way to open up the entrance in the ball court and the entrance from the catacombs. And it closed one of the doors. Imagine what would have happened if you just used the entrance in the ball court or the entrance from the catacombs and you took the Akbal jewel. That's right. You get sealed in the room, you're soft locked, you're trapped permanently, and the protagonist actually tells you, I guess we'll have to restart. Fucking hell. They don't do this in Aztec. I don't think it's easy. I don't think you can soft lock yourself in the original Aztec 2. But yeah, this game that I love so much. There's just so much bullshit, especially towards the end. All the fucking globe-trotting, literally globe-trotting, from Castillo Pyramid of the Court of Columns. And then this literal death trap right here. But I love the music, I love the aesthetic so much, and I keep telling myself the game looks and sounds and feels so cool, and I had to keep telling myself while it kept throwing late game bullshit at me. So we gotta go back to the ball court. Go back to the ball court. If we go forward, then it's just nothing. So we got to go back. We got to go back. And remember that stone power that we looked at earlier? Now we can take it. And you see, that's why we didn't take it earlier. That's another death trap. If you took the stone pole earlier, it would have blocked it. And I believe if you put the stone, I'll try it. I believe if you put the stone pole back, nothing changes. So that is another way you can get soft locked at the end of the game. 3 death traps right there. There's the not knowing what to do with the bowl and the rod, which got me as a baby splat. There's the Akbal jewel trap. And then there's the stone pole trap. You get all this way, you figure out all this shit, and then they throw multiple soft locks at you. I love this game's concept, but execution pisses me off. That I hope you understand now, chat. That's why I'm using a walkthrough. Moving on. So, even the walkthrough itself says at this time it's not completely clear where you should go. We gotta go back to El Castillo. Castillo. Not El Caracol, El Castillo. I'm going to the right fucking temple this time. We're not going to El Caracol, we're going to El Castillo. So we go south until we hit the High Priest's tomb, and then we go east. The music is such the fucking vibe, man. One of my favorite Nintendo tracks ever, this overworld theme. But that's the High Priest tomb. I would just go east. It just throws so much bullshit at you towards the end. And like I said, if you don't get that sensor, you soft lock yourself at the end of the game during the final section. So here we are at El Castillo Pyramid. Not El Caracol. I went in the right one this time. Yay for fogging me. Now, this little hole in the floor that we saw a long time ago, back towards the beginning of the game, that is where we put that blue block that we can't punch. And we get to go downstairs. And you see there's a bunch of gears. I wonder what item we just fucking picked up we could use with a whole bunch of gears. Let's take a look at it just to get that extra EXP. Looks like something was once attached here. Something was once attached to your shaft. That must have been painful as shit. Handle that can be turned. Several cogs to the handle connected. So we just picked up the stone paw from the ball court. We got some cogs here, and we'll put it on the shaft right here. And we're gonna go ahead and change to my man Jose, the big strong. Let me try. It's finally my chance to help. Now, do we push the stone handle? Do we pull the stone handle? Do we use the stone handle? Do we move the stone handle? Do we hit the stone handle? There you go. You hear a loud roar. What happened? That noise. It sounds like water flowing. Yeah. So basically, it's like that scene in Adventure of Zelda 3, where you're draining. Or aren't there a couple of Zelda games where you're draining shit? We drained one of the puddles, or the pools. Now you see, I told you back in the day, when I was first thinking of ideas, I wanted to do some Tombs and Treasure with two of my senpais. Have one of them voice the girl, have one of them voice Jose. But now playing through this again, you realize the girl and Jose don't have a whole lot of dialogue. Either we would all be just riffing and doing improv, all three of us, or they would just be sitting around doing nothing for most of the runtime. So I scrapped that idea, and I'm just showing you my soul by showing you how much I love this game, but how absolutely flawed it is. Now, there have been two different wells in this game. We went to the Well of Paradise. Now we got to go to the Well of Sacrifice. We accidentally ended up at the Well of Sacrifice a few times, but now we got to go there intentionally. And it's all on the other side of Chichen Itza. I'm not going to be too mad at where some of the stuff was placed, because I believe it's actually modeled after the real Chichen Itza, where all the buildings actually are. If you look behind me, that's one of the fucking temples. Is that El Castillo or El Caracol behind me? I don't fucking know. It's beautiful, and it was on Pixabay. Now, again, this is another reason I hate part of this game, because you don't know how to enter the well. You gotta find the 1 pixel, and on the overhead, it looks like it's full. I'll go back and show you. You supposedly drained the Well of Sacrifice. It looks full on the map screen, doesn't it? You go in, it's completely drained. Sacrifice well, where sacrifices were made long ago. If you know, you know. Human sacrifice, man. That shit used to happen. I believe I have not had to use a save state this entire time to cheat. I'm only going to use the save state at this one point because I believe the RNG actually starts to fuck up a little bit here. So we're going to go ahead and go down in the hole. When did this game come out? I think it was 92. I'll double check. I got one window on my phone open to the stream so I can see if it dies out or something, and I got one window open to the strategy guide. Hold up here. The original Azteca 2 came out in 1986 for the PC 8801, PC 9801, FM7, MSX2, and X1 computers. The NAS retelling was made in 1998, or 1988, 1988, and was altered to be more story-based, features new music, and role-playing elements. So, yeah, the original Azteca 2 came out in 86, this came out in 88. And then they put... That's a nice way of fucking saying it, though, putting in RPG elements. No, they bolted elements on it, and it doesn't fucking fit. People who are sacrificing this well are trapped in a crystal coffin by a golden light. Splatts. When you go down there, make sure you have the crystal key and the mirror. To fight the demons, you'll need the blue jewel, and don't forget the Akbal jewel. You were right there when I picked all that shit up, dumbass. No, this is the hand-holding I tell you about. It's so easy to get lost in this game, and we skipped three fucking soft locks, and they're still doing a whole bunch of hand-holding. So we're still gonna go down, diggy down, diggy down, diggy down. This cliff is very steep. I think it would be best if Amanda were to wait here for us. Don't leave me alone here. It's spooky. I think I'll stay with Amanda then. Don't take too long, Splatts. Do you have the crystal key and the mirror? Thanks, Jose. Oh, Splatts, be careful. I hope you find something important. So, this is the first time in the entire game where you're completely alone now. You don't have Jose, you don't have the girl. And unfortunately, that doesn't mean much. It only means that there's nothing to push and you don't need the panpipes. That's really it. Isn't that the skeleton, is it? It's a well of sacrifice. Skeleton should be one of the most obvious things. Oh, there's Venom. Venom. So the combat becomes even more arbitrary. We gotta use the Akbal jewel. Use the Akbal jewel. And then make sure that the blue jewel is in the sword. No, we don't put it in the sword. We join the blue jewel in the sword. Because there's so many things that's already fitted. And now we should just be able to smash it. Nope, wrong button. It's got an undedicated fight. That's how shallow the combat is. Badly damaged. You're getting some fucking brain damage tonight. It's great. You always give a... Whenever you're watching Amanda Splatts stream, you always gotta expect a little bit of brain damage. That's what brings the Kino out. So there we go, Venom beaten. Gonna look around a bit. Maybe it belonged to one of the girls who died. If you remember how bad Nintendo's censorship policies were, maybe it belonged to one of the girls who died here. It's a little wild that they allow that. So we got a statue of an old man and an angry face. We got a statue of an old woman and a small stone. And a smiling face. So there we go. So I've looked around everything that probably got us a little more EXP. Fight Venom. So... Alright. We gotta punch this dude in the head. Fuck you looking at, buddy. I'm Splatts. Yeah, I named the girl Amanda and the guy Splatts. Just to keep people guessing. So we gotta just go forward. It's been almost 2 hours, but don't worry, we're almost done. We gotta go ahead and use the... We gotta use all the shit Jose told us to use. Gold mirror hits the mirror, or gold light hits the mirror and strikes the pattern on the wall. Look, it's moving. And an exit appears. But we don't want to leave just yet. We want to look at the... No, we don't want to stare at the light. We want to look at the spoopy skeleton. You can transfer a coffin. You can see the body inside. You're staring at a dead body. You wonder, is it Jesus? Why would Jesus be in Mexico? Mysteries abound. Use the crystal key that Jose made sure we had to bring. It fits all perfectly. Coffin starts to open. We'll look at the skeleton. Wow, that has a lot of fucking flesh on it for a skeleton. Mummy trapped in a robe. Is it a skeleton or a mummy? What I think at this time, the translators got a little tired and just started to fuck around. Like, it's not working designs level bad, but still. So now, remember earlier at the beginning of the game, we got a one-eyed mask, and we put a jewel in it. Now we have a two-eyed mask, and we have two jewels. Is she really dead? She looks so peaceful. She must have been royalty. Gorgeous. Here's our crystal. Maybe that is the key to looking good in death, being in a crystal coffin. Two-eyed mask. So now we gotta go back. We gotta go out. We gotta go back. Now, I believe if you got the mask, but you didn't open the door first, you're soft locked again. I believe. So you had to open the door first, otherwise there's no hope and you're just soft locked again. That's 4 soft locks within the span of like 10 to 15 minutes. The game really tries to fuck you at the end. We're back in Castillo Pyramid. I don't think there's anything else we have to do here. What's this mask do? We'll find out as soon as we get to the ball. Spoiler alert. Same fucking thing as the first mask. Now you're all alone, there's a different song playing. The first theme was a banger, but this theme is also a banger. I believe in the original Azteca 2, this is the theme that plays when the magic smoke is active that lets you read the murals and stuff. So we gotta go back to the Well of Sacrifice. Alright, just a little jaunt while we listen to a different BGM. Now, like I said, the playthrough, the normal playthrough, just 2 hours or 1 hour. And imagine as an adult finding this game that you loved, never beat it, played it for like years, never beat it, and then you watch a playthrough and you can beat it in an hour. So you get to be really fucking impressed. Oh no, Jose is lying on the ground beside the well. He's unconscious. Hey, pull yourself together. Oh, Splatts. I'm sorry, but they got Amanda. I did my best, but there was a lord, and there were too many of them. We must hurry and rescue her. There's no telling what will happen to her. Well, I just went into a well of sacrifice, but there are a bunch of dead women. I think I know what they're gonna fucking do to her. I'm sure that letter is in the ballpark somewhere. How do you fucking know that, Jose? I swear the hand-holding gets a little weird. How does he know they're in the ball court? That was me with all the GBA Legend of Zelda games. Yeah. It was like the that wasn't Link's Adventure. That was the regular Game Boy. But was it like Minish Cap and Age of Songs, Age of Seasons or something? The only one I played was the original one for the Game Boy itself. I didn't try any of the other portable ones. Like the Minish Cap or something. Or was that the DS? We're just wandering around looking to get my balls. Going to the ball court. Courting the rest of the balls. This game is almost fucking over. Minish Cap was GBA, yeah. I believe didn't a lot of them like run on the, for lack of a better term, a lot of them ran on the same engine that Link in Time did, the Super Nintendo one. Like they felt a lot, that they played a lot similar. Okay, so fuck, I went to the wrong place. This is about getting back into the ball court. I did not read. We are not supposed to go to the, because look at that giant fucking wall in front. We can't go down there. We need to go to that pathway we found in the High Priest tomb. Because the heading on Strategy Wiki said returning to the ball court. I thought you went to the fucking ball court. No. You go to the High Priest tomb. Because we opened that way through the ball court. Go right. Go down. Underground corridor. Use the compass again. And using the compass reopens the door that closed on us originally. So that brings us back to the small room where the jewel was. We go to the left and we are back in the ball court now. I'm not sure about the same engine, but yeah, they were super consistent even across the mobile game system. Mobile gaming was a fucking weird thing when I was growing up. Back before I became Amanda Splatts, back when I was... A spoiler alert for those who didn't read the stream yet, or have not read the story. Lore is that Amanda Splatts, before it became Amanda Splatts with that crash, was a coyote spirit. So back when I was a little baby coyote spirit, we had the Java phone games, and playing Final Fantasy 1 on a shitty little tiny flip phone Java phone. That was fucking weird. It made passing the time a lot easier, but it was hard to just squint and do item management and stuff on a tiny little fucking flip phone. It was nice to have, but it was fucking weird. Okay, so we are back here in the ball court. So you were wondering what we do with the two-eyed mask. We're about to find out. It's pitch black, you can't go that way. We are about to use the two-eyed mask to do the same thing that the one-eyed mask did. So we're going to join the two-eyed mask and the red jewel. and then the two-eyed mask, and the blue jewel. And we have 3D eyes, baby. We got the 3D glasses that they had in the theaters back in like the 80s and shit. Where you get those horrible 3D movies with the red and blue glasses. So we got us a 3D glass. It's fucking movie night. Tonight we're watching Jason 3D. Which I believe that was the first one where we actually got the... I'm not too into American horror, but I think the third Jason, the 3D one, that's the one where we got the hockey mask, right? You can see a white block in the left wall. There we go. We'll go ahead and... I used to play Pokemon Red on my BlackBerry to pass time at my first job. It was terrible. I had Red also, and my sister wolf spirit, had Blue. So when we were little tiny little baby coyote spirits, we would play all the time Red and Blue. We would fight each other and trade Pokemon, because with the first generation, you used to have to trade to evolve some. Well, gotta push the... I used to push upon a girl, stomp up, push it. But yeah, it was great having someone growing up to play that type of shit with. Because Mama Splatts, or Mama Wolf Spirit, I guess at the time, my mother, tried to understand all the shit that I was into. Tried to play Magic the Gathering, the Pokemon card game shit with me. And she's not stupid by any fucking sense of magic. She's a very smart person. But she was just not into the shit that I was. But she was willing to learn. She still is one. These days, she lets me battle on about, like, she loves soap operas. So I told her about the story of the Mishimas and Tekken, because it is just like a fucking soap opera. And she was into it. And then Heihachi came back to life and fucking... It's Tescat. So we gotta go ahead and join the blue sword, or the sword and the blue jewel again. Another arbitrary fight. So let's go ahead and dodges. Badly damaged. Badly damaged means that we have the right items and we have enough experience that this is what we're supposed to be doing right now. Notice the dude has 3 swords, but when he's going really fast, it looks like he has 4. There's nothing significant about that. It's just a thing I thought was neat. So Tazcat down. Now we're just gonna have a look around. Tiny little temple with the sun key inside. The key we've been looking for the entire fucking game. And too bad Amanda has still been kidnapped, because she would be pissed off. Because remember, in the original Azteca 2, that is what we're looking for. And as soon as we unlock the sun key, we end the game. No, in this game, we're looking for her lost, or her disappearing father. So there's the key. Problem is, it's in this teeny tiny little temple. How do we get it? Well, go back, rewind your brain. Earlier, we were looking at the sensor, or the stone tablets, and it had a thing about people drinking from a flask and growing smaller. So, yeah, men drinking from a flask at midnight and growing smaller, rather. So, look at the temple, wait till midnight. And then we'll use the large blast to transform. Oh, it's already midnight, good. That must have been a fucking speedrun strat. That's a speedrun splat. Large flask. No, that's a small flask. Here's a large flask. Oh shit! Jose, the guide, suddenly turns into a demon. Give me that flask, it's mine. I don't need you anymore now I've gotten this far. It was my friends who kidnapped Amanda, and I have the ring of Itza. All I need now is the sun key, and I will be able to rule the world for him. I will overthrow the Dracula and become leader of the mine. It is a pity, but you're going to die without ever getting to see the Dracula shrine, and you'll never see Amanda again. Now hand over that flask. Top 10 anime betrayals. Number 3 will fucking shock you. Jose was a monster the whole fucking time. This genuinely surprised me when I found about this is. I told you I hate the RPG elements. Everything is bolted on. It's all bullshit. This is a legitimately good twist. It's a legitimately good twist. So first we got to use the Akbal Jewel. Pray over the jewel like we did with the Venom. So yeah, he's the one who kidnapped Amanda. And now we gotta fight. It's all RNG. It's RNG. There's no strategy. And there you go. Jose was a demon named Scareface. And now, as much as I hate how bolted on the RPG elements are, that revelation makes a lot of shit make sense. Why does he know so much about where you have to go? Why does he know so much about what you have to do? Why doesn't he fight? Why do you have to be the one who fights? Because he was working for Tentacula the whole fucking time. He wasn't trying to help you find Amanda's father. He was trying to get you to figure out how to get the fuck... Because remember at the beginning they said that the demons reset all the puzzles. That wasn't just a contrived thing to restart the game. That was a plot device. So he had to have you figure out how to get the sun key and everything. And you notice the minute you figured out how to get the sun key, that's when he took his mask off. And he was Scareface. So, when I initially played this game through again as an adult, it pissed me the fuck off so much. But when I hit that twist, and I thought about the implications, that drew me back in. Back in. You retrieve the ring of Itza, but is Amanda okay? You fear the worst. You can't give her up for loss. What a twist. Hey, Jinx, thanks for stopping by. Tombs and Treasure, NES, thoroughly fucking broken game, but I love it. We're almost done, actually. We're almost finished. So we gotta wait now until midnight. Here we go, that was fast. Now we gotta use the large flask to shrink. You drink the contents of the larger flask. Hey, what's happening? I'm shrinking. Oh, fucking no. Now we gotta climb up the stairs, and now we're here in the temple. And there it is, the thing. In Azteca 2, the original one for like the PC-98 and MSX, there are no people, there are no adventurers or anything, no demons, no monsters, etc. Your goal is to find the sun key, and as soon as you solve this puzzle, then that game ends. This is the building, is the Temple of the Sun. So you've shrunk down, and now you're in there. However, you'll notice there's a little keyhole there. And we're gonna use the silver key we've been holding on to this whole time. turns with a click and the whole temple shakes. The temple is unlocked. But we're fucking tiny. We're small right now. So there's no way we can just pick up that key and just waltz on out. So we gotta go back. And then go ahead and use the small flask. You see, we used the big flask to get small. And we're gonna use the small flask to get big. It's fucking brilliant writing, baby. So now we're normal again. And now we just have to, I believe it's push the temple. Move the temple. Yeah, let's move the temple. And the palace is open. And there is the object we've been looking for. The sun key. Now, like I said, in Azteca 2, the original one, once you get the sun key, that's the end. In this game, you're trying to save the girl's father, and the father was looking for the sun key. So we're going to go ahead and take the key. Mind you, we find the key, and we still don't know where Amanda is. Too much of a man like can't lift the key. Well, we got the fucking chops, man. We may not have much, but we have hope. No, you can't take. Wait, it says you. No, oh, I'm focused on the temple. You gotta take that. You take the sun key, the actual key itself. Once the key is temple, the temple closes in on its own. You've done it. You've managed to find the sun key, but the room suddenly starts to shake, and you feel dizzy. Oh shit! This didn't happen as Tekken 2. Wait a minute. Is that Amanda? Oh no! I am Tentacula, king of the underworld. You are very brave to come here alone, but foolish. You and Amanda will now become sacrifices in my honor. I don't know why every villain in these games that I voice is fucking Skeletor, but that's a voice I can do without getting too much vocal fry. So yeah, they bolted on a whole bunch of fucking RPG elements out of nowhere. We had to bolt on a final boss fight. And you know what's different about this final boss fight? Is that there's like one fucking item that we gotta use. And it's the item we just fucking picked up. So we got to use the Iqbal Jewel, which we've been using for the stronger bosses. And then we gotta use the ring that we got when Jose turned on us. I think I love this. Well, thank you. I forgot who I assigned this voice to in West of Loathing. All I remember is I gave Doc Alice the 1940s female radio broadcaster voice. So, Ring of Itza in the light. So, I used the Iqbal Jewel, and now he should be weak when I strike him. Badly damaged, there you go. And then now it's just the exact same shit as every other fight in the fucking game. Same old shit. Keep walling away. There's no strategy to it. But the music slaps. And there we go, we just beat the final boss. Tentacula. More like fuck you up. I'm sorry, I'm fucking tired. So... okay, so go ahead and take a look. And there she is, there's Amanda. Looking beautiful, but she's still unconscious. Make sure she's breathing. She's not dead. Good. Fucking good. Wake up, Amanda. It's me, Splatts. Wait, I can use the sensor to wake her. Now, I told you earlier when I picked up the sensor, put a pin in it. Because if you got to this point and you didn't pick up the sensor, you are once again soft locked. So, I believe you join the sensor and the incense. No, you can't. You gotta place the sensor. No, it's silly. There's this fucking menu. Oh no, kid. No, fucking Squid. Squid, you were so fucking nice this whole time. Could not control yourself at the very end. Much like Shinji couldn't with his fucking hand. But no, my hands are full with this giant fucking stone sensor, which I'm going to put on the ground. And then I gotta put the incense in the sensor. Now remember the very beginning of the game. Very beginning, first thing we picked up was the lighter in the secretary's desk. The first thing we picked up was the lighter. We don't use the lighter until right now. It's the next to last thing we use. So that is, I guess, full circle. Now, luckily you won't get soft locked by not bringing the lighter, because you cannot leave the secretary's room without taking everything that's on the desk. But I think you can soft lock yourself by not picking up the sensor. There we go. Light some of that 420 blaze it. To quote the late great Mitch Hedberg, sometimes I want to make some cinnamon rolls. Sometimes I don't have cinnamon rolls, but I have cinnamon roll scented incense. Sometimes I just want to light a stick of cinnamon roll scented incense and have my roommates wake up with false hopes. Mitch Hedberg, man. When I was growing up, I listened to a lot of fucking stand-up comedy. Maybe 90s and 2000s stand-up comedy kind of helped shape some of my timing. But God, Mitch Hedberg was brilliant. And he's one of those artists that was just taken by drugs. It's horrible, but musicians and comedians are just taken by drugs. Wait a minute, Amanda's coming around at last. Your eye is a little, yeah. You managed to break the spell. Amanda! Are you right? It's me, Splatts. Oh, Splatts, I'm so glad you're safe. Where's Tentacula? Have you defeated him? Now, I don't understand. Wasn't she unconscious the whole time? Like, Jose knocked her out and had the demons take her to the ball pit. And then, how would she know it was Tentacula? That's right, I almost managed to get the sun key. Quick, use the sun key to lock this place up forever. Right here, use the key in the... Right at the very end, when there's literally nowhere else to go and nothing else to do. They blatantly fucking tell... How are you gonna do this both ways, man? There are 4 or 5 different ways towards the end you could get permanently soft locked, and then they still tell you to use it, how to do it. Fuck it, we're done. Gonna use the sun key. Gonna use the sun key. Using the sun key. When you use the key in the hole, plot twist her eyes are blind because she's mind control. Oh, that would be sweet. That would be fucking sweet. Unfortunately, no. I just literally did complete the game. 2.5 hours, not bad for an hour-long game. Especially since 20 minutes of it was me going between 2 fucking things that I was too dumb. You grab Amanda's hand and you run for the exit. Now this legitimately looks fucking cool. That actually looks fucking cool. Imagine seeing that shit in 1988. And so Tentacula and his shrine were buried deep underground for fucking ever. And the Sun Key trapped Tentacula forever and ever and ever, and opened the door to the time of the Mayans. Here's your fucking plot twist. We collapse as we step out into this other world. But the people helped us. Amanda's father was here. The professor we've been looking for the whole time. He had become a high priest and was very glad we'd succeeded in the destroying the Tentacula. Now they treated us like kings. There you go. The plot twist is that her father did figure out the puzzles on his own. He got all the way here. He got trapped back in time. Now we get trapped back in time. Rest in peace, you will not be missed, Tentacula. And that's the big plot twist. We go back in time to the time of the Mayans. We are now living during the Mayan civilization. A celebration will soon begin before the temple. And the people have gathered to praise us as heroes. So we get to go back. That is our reward for sealing out Tentacula forever. Is we get to go back to the time of the Mayans. The ancient civilization of the Mayans. Fucking time travel, baby. Hold on. Hold on. Mayan civilization, hold on. So, fuck, what time period would that have been? I wonder what year that... I don't think they said what specific year they were. Because if you're talking like... I'm looking at Wikipedia on my phone right now. Contact period in Spanish conquest, 1511 to 1697. When the fucking Spaniards were coming in and fucking everything up. Initially completed the conquest of the northern portion of the peninsula in 1546. And so when did we get, like, what specific year, like, are we going to spend our whole life at the height of Mayan culture? Or are we just going to live long enough to see the Spaniards come in and fucking take everything over? These are whiteboard projects. In fact, the question is, remember at the bottom of the well of sacrifice, we found that one girl in the tomb. Was that one girl? Was that Amanda? Like it boggles the mind. I think they may hint at time travel, but it's weird that they don't do it till the end. Presented by Infocom and Tokyo Shoseki. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Tombs and Treasure. See you again in another game. There was no other game. This is where it fucking ended. This is where it ended. So, that is... Check this shit out. I can make their eyes move with the controller buttons. Close both of your eyes. And now open both your eyes. That is the big surprise. That is Tombs and Treasure. It's a game I loved as a kid, even though I didn't get very far. I soft-plugged myself really early with a compass thing. Never beat it. And when I grew older and I looked at it and I realized it's just really fucking broken. It's an amazing concept. It's a beautiful concept. I love the aesthetics. I love the look. And when I was younger, that was enough to make it one of my favorite games. Even though I kept running again and again, and kept getting stuck after wandering around for a few hours. As an adult, I finally beat it in a couple hours, and just feel fucking disappointed about it. And I guess, like, spoiler alert, I did beat this a few years ago, so I know everything that went on. I guess I chose this game during the week of looking into my soul and describing my soul, because, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's kind of symbolic. Because I am, like I said, part of the Amanda Splatts project is embracing the retro gamer in me and playing these classic retro games. But, yeah, you go back to these things you loved when you were younger, and sometimes they just suck. And the real good part of the nostalgia is remembering what you loved about it. Because when you release these brand new retro style games like Shovel Knight and everything, they're usually not indicative of how games used to be back then. They're indicative of what we remember the experience being. Well, now it's so easy to access these old games and see what they actually were. You realize how bad a lot of them were. Because this was just broken. Like without the walkthrough, I never would have beaten it. And then there was like the whole backtracking thing with the silver and the gold globes. And the 3 or 4 different ways to soft lock yourself in the ball court. It's a great aesthetic. It's a great idea. It's great music. But there's so much crap about it too. So I hope that on the day that the Amanda Splatts project officially ends, you will forget the scuff. You will forget all the bad things, all the way that the whole thing fucking started, and remember the good times. Remember the fun times, and it's always a fun time with you guys. And I hope it continues to keep me in front of the future. I will do everything in my power to make that possible. Jinx, thank you for stopping by. Squid, thank you for being here. Kara, Teddy, thank you for poking your head in. Hero, thank you for poking your head in. All the lurkers, all the VOD gang, love y'all too. See you again in another stream. I will never forget Jose's betrayal. Yeah! I think that Jose's betrayal was the one thing that actually, as an adult playing this game again, actually was kind of cool. Cooked me, and the reason it happened right at the very end, it kept me hooked, and gave me just enough interest to finish the game. So, don't forget that there are bad times, but try to remember the good times. And the good times will roll tomorrow. Initially, I wasn't going to stream on Friday, but the thought of being able to say that before my hiatus, I streamed every single day and streamed 8 times in 1 week is too tempting. So I got to get groceries tomorrow. I don't think I'll get home till like maybe even like 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. But Neo Turf Masters only takes like, I believe, a half hour course. So I'm not going to put up a room yet. I'm not going to actually make a room yet. But I want to try to go ahead and do a Zatsu Gorilla Neo Turf Masters. Because if we're talking about games that speak to my soul and things that speak to my soul this week, like the creative writing and the karaoke and King of Fighters with Kara and everything, you gotta do my comfort game, Neo Turf Masters. So Saturday is Splatter Day, and we're doing Dr. Lunatic Supreme with cheese. Sunday we're doing West of Loathing. And tomorrow, if I can, we're doing a run of Neo Turf Masters. And then after I go fucking bodyguard hard this week, then I am taking the next week off. The plan is after this week, you will not see me until next Splatter Day, which as of right now will probably be a karaoke. So yeah, Neo Turf Masters tomorrow, but it might be super late. It might just be one run, might just be a half hour. Saturday, Splatter Day, Dr. Lunatic. Sunday, we continue West of Loathing. And we'll see where it leads. More Robert Land fucking yeah, Squid, you know Robert Landau, baby. He's a fucking sex god. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for always supporting me. I know it's been a weird fucking road. I will see you again in another stream. I'm Amanda Splatts, and this is the Amanda Splatts Project. Good night.